Hey everybody, it's Lance Cummins here at Anyvu. I had the opportunity a couple of months ago to sit down with Angel Marie from ConvertKit to talk to her about how she gets fantastic lighting, sound, and a really interesting background for the webinars that she conducts and the other video media that she creates, both for ConvertKit and for her blog at yourbeautyinthemaking.com. I think you're going to really find some interesting things in this interview, and I'd love to hear about it. Take a look. First of all, tell me a little bit about what you use video for, how you got started doing video, a little bit about your job, your side hustle, all the stuff that you want to say there.
Yeah, of course. So I got started with video back when I was interning for a radio station. I did a lot of their production assisting type things, editing some commercials for them, anything that came to radio drops and helping out personalities. I was always in the studio editing. So that's how I got introduced into video and just learning the different editing softwares on a Mac. And I remember when I was first there, I didn't know anything. And I was like, I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea how video works. The only thing that I know is recording on, a phone, which isn't similar at all. But then I interned for a record label, and that's where I dived deeper into video production, which was absolutely just an amazing experience. Wow. So currently I use videos to produce and host online webinars for ConvertKit, which is an email service provider. Absolutely love the job, love doing what I do. And that is just where I'm teaching people through online, so a webinar. And that was different in comparison to the video editing and production that I did at a radio station. So I had to get, different camera, lighting was a little bit different. And, of course, people are seeing me in my office space. So I had to make sure that, that actually looked somewhat appealing.
Well, I love the videos that I've seen you do for your webinars.
Thank you.
For those who are watching this video, that's actually how I found Angel. Is she's doing a webinar video for ConvertKit. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to talk to this lady. So
yes.
So thanks for talking with me. So what I would love to talk about all the stuff that makes you wonderful as well, but I really want to focus on the things that we can potentially help other people with the stuff around them.
Definitely.
When they're doing videos. So one of the things that I noticed, I'll just list a couple things and then I'll ask you some questions about it technically. So first of all, the lighting that you have when you do video, it's a nice soft light, looks great. Tell me a little bit about how what you use or kind of how you set that up, and then kind of what have you tried before?
Yeah, of course. So when I first started making videos, both for ConvertKit and just for my own blog and really getting into videography and vlogging and all that stuff, I was just using window lighting. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to use that natural sunlight. It's going to be good. It's not. It might be good for, a simple selfie or something that you're going to post on Instagram or social media. But when it comes to video production, that's a big no. So then I just started looking into what other people were doing. Just different lights, different softwares, different equipment that they were using so that I could figure out how I could get the lighting that I wanted. So I started off with the ring light, which I at first was going to get the really small ring light, which is about this big, but that didn't work out. So then I invested in a bigger, higher quality ring light, which that one is the one that gives the most light, which I can actually show you. Okay. Let me just use my little webcam right here.
Nice.
That is that ring light right there. It's right behind my computer so that the light will shine directly in front of me.
Okay,
and
got
then
it.
You'll see here I have two soft box lights, and these just add an additional piece of lighting that's not too much to the point where I'm literally blind, but it's just enough to add in the additional lighting that I will need to just make it clear and more professional.
Okay, so I like to geek out about video lighting. I've done a lot of shooting photography with ring light and not done a ton of video with ring light. So tell us a little bit about what that ring light does. Like, you have 3 lights, which to somebody who's never used lights before, that's going to be like, whoa, overkill.
A little intimidating, right? Yeah.
So, tell me about the function of those 2 different types of lights.
Yeah. So the ring light is the brightest, and I have to be really careful when turning that on. Otherwise, it will completely hurt my eyes. So
Okay.
I have to turn it on very, very slowly. Super easy. There's just a button at the bottom that just twists and you can adjust the brightness. So if I test
Okay.
it out a little bit here, I'm adjusting the brightness and you can see it's dimming a little bit,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
And then if I increase it, the quality is super bright, which
Okay.
of course is the kind of lighting that I want.
Yep.
This one is super easy, especially when it comes to traveling. So if you're vlogging or you're making videos abroad or anything like that, super easy to travel with this ring light because you can break it down and put it in the packaging that it had originally came with.
Okay.
The box lights are a little bit trickier just when it comes to setting it up. And I also wouldn't recommend just having box lights because they're not going to give all the lighting that you're needing. They're really soft. Again, they just add in that little touch that you might be wanting or needing.
Okay.
But yeah, to use something bright, something that's more intense so that the quality is good overall, definitely a ring light or any other type of lighting that you have seen that works really well or that you've might have used in the past.
So I'm always looking at catch lights in people's eyes when they're doing video. So I had the little lighting pattern it does in your eyes to try to figure out what kind of lighting you're using. And I missed the ring light. So that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what I love about a ring light is from the perspective of the camera, the light is coming from all directions and the camera's perspective is all that it cares about. So it basically creates a shadowless subject on your face, which is really cool. I know for your personal video blog that I looked at, you got stuff about beauty and like looking good on camera and all of that, which that's a huge part of that. So that's huge. Really cool.
Yeah, for sure. One of the reasons why I got it.
Awesome. All right. So that's your lighting. What are you doing for your camera? You mentioned getting a different camera.
Yes. So I got the Logitech Webcam. Okay. This one, I wouldn't say it's on the cheap side at all, but it's not, on the super, super expensive side. This one costs about between $200 and $300. Okay. But it works great. It connects with your camera really well, specifically for using it for webcam production. And it's very, very clear as well, as you can probably see. Yep. But it also comes with an app that you download that connects the setting to the actual webcam. So you can adjust the saturation a little bit. You can adjust how far you might want it to be. I mean, it goes above and beyond what your regular computer camera or what your iPhone camera could do for you when it comes to video production, especially when has anything to do with vlogging or webinars or online workshops, things like that. So that's what I have used for a long time now, and it's been working really well.
That's awesome. All right, let's go to the obvious thing you've got in front of you here, a microphone. So what kind of microphone, how did you decide on that one, and why do you even use an external microphone?
Yeah, so this is called, if I can get it right, the ATTO2 USB Plus or something like that.
Nice.
I got this on Amazon and it's great. I love it. I haven't used any other microphone except for this one. Now this one, I actually, it was recommended to me by another online entrepreneur, Megan Mins. And I just was watching one of her online workshops and her sound was so good. And I was like, what microphone are you using? Because I would love to have access to that. So I ordered it, bought it, and it works great, especially to plug straight into your computer so that the sound quality is just spot on.
So you're not having to do through a soundboard or through some other kind of device to plug your microphone in to your computer.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
Very easy too.
Good. All right. So then let's get to the thing that actually caught my attention the very first, which is when you, on your webinar video, when it came on, I'm like, man, the background behind Angel is just so like personal, but yet professional.
Thank you.
So tell me about like, has it always looked that way, or what did you have before? How did you figure out what looks good and so forth?
Oh my gosh, no. So it hasn't always been this way. This used to just be a blank wall behind me, which was pretty boring. But piece by piece, step by step, I just decided, okay, well, this space, this creative space, especially if people are going to be seeing it online, it needs to be bright. It needs to be me, right? It just can't be something that's decorative, but it has to showcase what I want as far as what I prefer in an environment, what helps me focus, what helps me be creative, from colors to design to things like this globe, anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. So I just started thinking of how I would want my office to look and kind of just put the pieces together. I'm a very visual thinker.
Okay.
So before all of this happened, I was just standing, staring at the wall, and I was like, okay, what would Angel like? Genuinely, what would Angel want? Not somebody that I've seen whose background looked great. I'm not going to copy them, but what would Angel actually like? So I started thinking of, a wall piece that would fit. And I wanted a book stand right there and a globe, things to showcase that I enjoyed traveling, and brighter colors like the peach and orange with the tan, colors that were just me. So I just started throwing those together and adding in little stuff in between that would match. And I was like, this is it. This is me.
That's really cool. How far back is all of that stuff approximately from where you're sitting?
Oh man. Like
Yeah, just
actually
distance wise, how big is your space there?
Yeah, it's actually not too big. So if
Okay.
I back all the way up, I'm hitting the table right here. So it's
Okay.
actually pretty small.
Okay.
But it's just what I need, at least right
Yeah.
now, to make a webinar happen, or just to be creative with my own blog if I'm doing any vlogs and things like that. But I would say, once I do get to the stage of wanting to do more video production in my own side hustle, maybe more professional, like green screens and all that stuff, definitely need a bigger space. But this is perfect when it comes to, just having a webcam and teaching online or doing anything online to people that are watching.
All right, I told you that was going to be worth your time. I think you probably picked up a lot of really interesting things. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this interview. You can drop your thoughts down here in the comments. You can send me an email at lance@anyvoo.com and tell me what you think, or some improvements that you've made in your own video creation. If you want to get some feedback from me, I can even take a look at your own lighting, your own video setup, and see if there's some things that we can help with there as well. You can again connect with Angel Marie at yourbeautyinthemaking.com. You can also connect with her on Instagram at @AngelMarieOfficial. And then, of course, I would recommend you go check out ConvertKit and see if that's a software that could really benefit your business. All right, thanks for watching.